So I've discussed this with several other people. I'm finding that with this edge tester, I'm getting inconsistent results between the spool thread and the clips. I found with the spool thread, you can really change what this thing reads by how taut you pull it, and with both medias by how quickly you make a cut. If you go quickly straight down, it'll give you lower numbers. If you make any sort of draw motion or angle your knife like this, which creates a draw motion, it'll skew your results. There's a lot of human error that can come into play with this thing. Also, my table or my countertop isn't completely level, so I've got a little bit of wobble. That's enough wobble that the pressure plate here, which is not supposed to register, actually registers. Okay, so it's not going to do it now, but trust me, it was doing it the other night when I was testing this thing. Okay, regardless of all those factors, I've got a Benchmade Mini Crooked River. This still has the factory edge. I want to test this on the flat and the belly with both medias and show you the difference. So far, my conclusion is the best way to go about this is using the pre-made clips. They're already pulled taut, the tension is there, you don't have to mess with anything, you just pop the clip in, do your test, and you're done. This, with the spool, it has just too many options where you, the user, can mess the results up. Alright, so I'm going to go with the flat portion first. That's reading 193, 185. What does that say? 143. Now I'm going to use the spool. $189. Now I set this up properly that time. This time I'm going to pull the wire pretty taut. This number should be lower than what we've been getting. $147. Now this test, I'm going to leave the slack a little loose. This number should be higher. $190. Alright, so I got my three numbers for the flats. I'll do the belly portion now. Start with the clips. Again, I want to go straight down. 192. 159. 144. Now again, I'll use the spool. And this time, I'm going to set it up like you're supposed to set up. That is, not too much tension, not too little tension. See that? I haven't touched anything and it's already reading. There it goes. $162. 187. 370. I don't trust that one. I'm going to redo it. Something got skewed up there. $132. Right, with a little help from my calculator, I got it all figured out. These are the numbers in case you are curious. These are the initial numbers for the clips on the flat, the initial numbers for the clips on the belly, initial numbers for the spool, on the belly and the flat. Hopefully you can read that. And once you do all the math and do all the averaging, this is what we come up with. With the preloaded clips, the flat average is 208.4, the belly average is 198. With the spool, the flat average is 175.3, the belly average is 160.3. Now this is a difference between the clips and the spools, and this is after multiplying 1.2 to get the 20% difference and then averaging everything out. There's a difference of 32 grams just between the flats and 37 grams between the bellies. In my mind, the spool is just, it's not trustworthy. There's just too many factors that can skew the results, and it's all caused by human error. At least with the clips, they're preloaded. There's really nothing you can doink up. If they come doinked up from the factory, well, that's out of your hands. So in my opinion, anybody using this media, they need to be using the clips. I've told several people this, and I thought I'd make a video on it. Because of this, I don't trust the results. I will continue to use this device. I will associate a number when I do a sharpening, but for me personally, I'm not going to hold myself accountable to any of this. There's too many factors that can cause problems. Let me show you another one. Speed of the cut determines how well the number reads. If you cut quickly, your number is always going to be lower. If you have any sort of draw motion, your number is going to be lower. So right now, the average of the belly is 208 on the clips. I'm just going to do it real quick. I'm not going to just, wrist snap it, but I'm going to do a quick straight down motion. That's 144. So you can see the numbers can be tweaked with simple things. Also making a draw motion. So I'm just going to put the knife directly on the spool, and I'm going to just kind of slide it. And you see right there, I got an 87. Now imagine if you make a downward motion with the knife angled like that, and you do it slowly. You can skew these results, and it doesn't take much, just a slight little nudge that the camera may not even pick up. So again, you got to be careful with these. You got to be careful with the results. I think I've said everything I can say about it. I'll continue to use it, and I'll continue to showcase it. Take that for what it's worth. If you feel that I'm misrepresenting it, I suggest you get one and try it for yourself. This is just what I've found. These are my own observations. Again, you're using different parts of the blade, but I can consistently get 2-digit numbers by quick cuts or angling my knife. So there you go. Appreciate you guys watching. I am going to sharpen this up in a few days, and we'll compare the numbers that I got tonight with the numbers I get then. But again, I'm not putting much stock into it. Alright, I wanted to get this on camera because I rushed to it the other night. Double digits. That's with a factory edge, and I have used it at work. You still see some of the gunk on it, where I didn't quite get it all cleaned off. But you got to be careful with these, especially if the people using the test are angling their knife like this. That creates a draw motion, and it's not a true push cut. That draw motion will give you lower numbers. Not to mention the spool itself will give you lower numbers.